how much money can you actually make doing this? The simple answer is unlimited amounts. There's really no limit because it's based on your performance. The more cars you buy, the more money you make. The more expensive the cars you buy, the more money you make. The faster the cars you buy, the faster you make money, and in result, the more money you make. So there are two ways you can get paid in this model. Number one is a finder's fee. So you would tell a dealership that I will find you a car and you will pay me a fixed amount, $200, $300, $400, $500 per car. That's number one. Number two, and my favorite one, would be commission based, which is a percentage of how much money the dealership makes from the car that you send them. I'll give you an example. Let's say you send them a $100,000 car for them to buy, and they buy it and they make $10,000 profit on it by selling it for $110,000. Well, you just made a percentage of the $10,000 they made. Now, what is that percentage? That would depend on what you negotiate with that dealership. But let's say you decide to negotiate 10% commission on the profits. You just made 10% of $10,000, which is $1,000. Now, depending on where you are in the world, making $1,000 by sourcing one car honestly goes a long way. It's even better when you start buying those $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 cars, because the 10% of the profits that they're gonna make is probably gonna be way more significant. Because usually, let's say a dealership has a fixed percentage that they try and aim for whenever they buy a car, and let's say it's 10% in that case again. If they buy a car for $500,000 and they make 10% on it, which is 50 grand, you just made 5 grand. So you can see how this starts to add up. Don't let this shy you away from you trying to find less expensive cars, because most of the time, number one, they're easier to buy. Number two, there's way more of them. Because think about it, how many Lamborghini SVJs is there out there? Not many. But how many Tesla Model 3s is there? Thousands. I can safely tell you there are thousands out there because I deal with them on a day-to-day basis. Now, even though the commission part is my favorite part, it's definitely a bit more risky, because if the dealership doesn't make money on the car you buy, you won't make money either. But if you decide you want to go with the safer route, which is a finder's fee, this is also not too bad at all. Because think about it, if you agree on a $300 finder's fee per car for every car you send the dealership, you can aim for volume in that case and find cars that are easier to find. Let's take the example of Tesla Model 3s again. And let's say you send them 10 Model 3s for them to buy per month. Well, you just made $3,000 additional to whatever you make from your current income, which depending on where you are can cover rent and more, which is great. And it won't require much more than 2-3 hours of your work every single day.